$63 million of unregulated weed off the street. 1,000 shops that we closed.
Oh, you need
we
more security than that. You
4
can't.
tons.
63 million. You need
Four
more people on
tons.
your detail, man.
That's a lot of people mad. A lot of people mad.
Man.
63 million?
You ready to be the plug?
Come to me. Look, I'll switch gears a little bit.
Heat makers, crack music.
Y'all now rockin' with 4 for 100. Let's go. To keep it real, it's not a chore for beloved. When they say it's up, put it on the floor, they gon' love it. I popped up in all them 4 doors that they covet. All in 2-seaters, cause a few fevers. Got all the ops hot, they wonder why I'm not shot. The way we used to step on them squares like hopscotch. I'm one of them ones that God got, he starts plots. Until the clock stops, we gon' turn it up a notch. They watching the stop clock while we burning up the block. I'm still learning a lot, I son them, let them talk. I'm still letting it slide like I got my son at the park. Cause I know that we could be gunning, running from knocks, but we stop for the lesson. It's positive progression to kick it with the like-minded. Can't spend your life blinded, rewind it, arsonist behind it.
You know what's funny? We kicked our 4th member out.
Don't say that. Stop saying that.
We got a new guy.
Well, listen, I'm not mad about the upgrade. I'm just saying.
I'm just kidding. Shout out to K-Son. He couldn't be here.
Yeah. Shout out to K-Son.
How you feeling today, Mr.
Good. You know, grinding, focus. The most important skill you could have in this job is not to be distracted. Be true to your mission, because you have 8.3 million New Yorkers, 35 million opinions.
Right.
And everybody think they could be
And
mayor,
everybody think they could do this. You know, I could do this. You know, it's like when you're a quarterback and everyone in the bleachers is telling you how to move the ball down the field. They didn't get sacked by a 300-pound lineman. You know,
Why did he just throw the ball over there? You didn't see this guy running at me 100 miles an hour.
But it's focus, man, and I enjoy every moment. People tell me, you know, Eric, this is the second hardest job in politics. And I keep reminding people, hard is raising 6 children, you know, on your own.
Yeah.
Working 3 jobs and going there on your arthritic knees and, you know, trying to figure out how you're going to keep us inside the house. You know, I saw what mommy could do. And with that, I realized that nothing is impossible. She made it clear that, you know, you have to always reach the occasion. And, you know, so just get up every day, do the best you can.
Yeah.
That's it.
So customarily, we start off with what were you listening to?
Right.
I like to put you on the spot. What were you listening to on the way over here?
Well, actually, I wasn't. I'm a book, auto book reader because
Okay.
I'm dyslexic.
Even
I like to listen to words, but I have a combination. I love this guy Weeknd, man. I love his sound.
The Weeknd?
You know, it's just a nice, smooth sound, and just relax. But I can listen to anything. I work out, listen to Bach. Beethoven. I'll listen to rap.
Really?
I'll listen. Yeah, I just
Diverse.
love
Your portfolio.
music. I just love music. Yeah. Anytime
Hans
there's a hidden
Zimmer.
secret. You know?
What you listening to today, Stu?
My coworkers, when I told them I was interviewing Mayor Adam, they was like, "Yo, you interviewing Mayor Adam? Yo, tell him, yo, why the coffee going up, B? Like, yo, why the toast is all this, bro?" I'm like, "Yo, listen, hold on, brother.
That's
Relax."
why you should have told him. This is why you don't have a podcast. This is not how you talk to people. This is not how you talk to people.
Yo, come on, brother. I'm only one man. Like,
Yeah, that's actually what I was listening to too. A bunch of messages like, "Well, if it's happening, do you know you gotta say?" I said, "I'm not. I will not. I cannot."
But feel free, man. Whatever is on folks' mind, because if you don't ask it, they're gonna ask me why I'm on the 4 train. You know, so I'd rather answer the questions. You know, now.
Well, true.
We should have a good conversation because a lot of people think they know and they're not in the know.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, there's layers to what happens.
absolutely.
In the city, you know?
Absolutely. And before we, because he feels bad when we don't
leave him out.
acknowledge him.
He listens to the same thing every time, so we don't.
But what were you listening to, Kush?
What was I listening to? I was listening to Case, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I was listening to. I was feeling romantic on my way.
Look at you.
Don't judge me.
That's why you got your
Judge not.
chest hair out.
Yeah, so I got the taco meat out.
I don't believe him. He needs
I
more
said the
people.
mayor was gonna come in with this type of shirt. I said I knew his style already, so I said I got matches fly. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
store, hit the drop.
All right, listen, everybody, please hit the like and subscribe button. Greatly appreciated. We have great interviews, especially today. We have the mayor of New York City.
Honorable number
New
one.
York
man.
City.
Yeah.
The
On
number one mayor in the country.
That's the craziest thing. He's
Yeah.
famous than every mayor in New York. I mean, in the United States.
In the United States.
Even some senators, and you know.
There you
Yeah.
go.
People don't even know the senators in New York.
You're right.
And
That's
people show
true.
us love, you know, when I meet with, I just had the African American Mayors Associations here
Right.
in the city, and we were just down in Chicago. Wherever we go, people realize that New York City is the number one city on the globe.
Right.
You know, the General Assembly is coming here where all of the world leaders are coming. And many of them, when they come in, they land, they say, listen, we want to, catch with the mayor. We want to speak with the mayor and, just sit down and hear what his thoughts are. And so people really recognize the significance of this city. But I think also, everyday people in general, but specifically black men, should recognize the moment.
Right.
Because I say over and over again, I'm perfectly imperfect, and you don't have to be, it's not perfection, it's dedication. And when you look over my story, which I'm very transparent about, what I have gone through and to become the mayor of this most important city, here you got a young man, like I said, I struggled with learning disabilities because I'm dyslexic, undiagnosed until I got into high school. I fell on the wrong side of the law. As a child, I got arrested in the 103rd precinct. My brother and I, we were beat by police officers. And, when you go through that journey, only in this country, man, I say you could be dyslexic, arrested, rejected, and then elected to be the most powerful mayor in this country, on the globe.
On the globe,
On the globe.
On the globe. So
gotta get that on the
there's a
shirt.
story here.
It is.
Get that.
An amazing
Rejected,
one.
then elected. Now we gotta hit re-elected too. We'll get to that at the end. We'll get that to the end.
And it's all good. The hopes is to finish our work, but I don't live my life on what's next. What you gonna do about what you have right now?
Right.
If God is meant for me to do it again, so be it. If God gives us our journey, and I'm on GPS, God positioning satellite, man. He's driving this car.
That would go into, I know I'm skipping you.
Go ahead.
I know I'm skipping you. I
All right.
apologize. But that is
definitely-
that
definitely
that directly goes to my question, which I wrote down. I wrote it down.
He
Okay.
had my question lined up too, but I'm gonna let you go.
I
Since
appreciate you.
You know, you got your
being
wallabies on, so
graceful.
I'm gonna let you
I
slide.
appreciate you being graceful. But a day in the life of the mayor.
Oh, start early, around 4 a.m. Meditate, pray, exercise, green smoothie, read all the papers. Every day, pop.
In New York, you reading the papers, man?
Yeah. I'm online doing it.
That's rough, man.
Yeah. And then it's a full day, man. It's a full day. I normally end up around about 1 a.m., 12:30, 1 a.m. I like to see the.
And then you back up at 4?
It's 4 or 5.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Well,
The
you
city.
make us look bad. I wake up to about
Ain't that many hours. That's too many hours.
The power is power naps.
It's
You
true.
know,
Right.
Take,
It's true.
Take a half hour, just lay down. Or if I'm in the back of the car, I'll just,
I got a sleep mask in my car right now.
Yeah, that's
I'll
what
take
I'm
a
saying.
nap because I
Worst part,
drive.
you use it while
You
you
driving?
driving.
I'm about to say. I hope you
That's
ain't
not
doing
what
that.
I do.
That's why you had the last accident, right?
That's the secret. What you eat can make you feel lethargic or energetic. And
True.
then making sure you take those little power naps. That is my secret weapon. That's how I function very well. That way.
Okay.
That's cool.
So can I get my question? Because I didn't think you.
I was
try
gonna keep
skip me.
quiet. I got you
All right,
yesterday. I did you
all right.
yesterday. I'm
You
good.
got me.
Got
All
you
right.
yesterday.
All right. Cool. So being that you spoke into it, it segues into what I was going to say. How your past, your upbringing, right? I saw you was in the Nas documentary about the Supreme Team. So how was that transitioning from being on the opposite side of the track to now turning a new leaf and becoming a police officer?
I love that, man. That's a powerful question because the Supreme Team, they grew, many of them were out in Southside around 40 housing development. I lived on 167th Street right off of Gar Brewer Boulevard. And I used to know a lot of them, Tinker, all of those cats. And the move was, our pathway took different directions after I got arrested at 15.
Right.
At that time I was running numbers. I was buying a nickel bag, making 8 joints, helping mommy be able to pay the rent. And so if I would have gone that route, I could have ended up the same way.
Right.
But imagine if those brothers from Supreme Team would have gone my route.
Exactly.
They would have ended up governors, mayors, CEOs.
Right.
We always had the skill.
You just put it in the wrong place.
There you are. And that's what cats that are out there slinging right now need to understand. These are major business entrepreneurs. And I've learned from the street. That's how you're able to manage a $111 billion budget. My budget is $111 billion. I have 320,000 employees. That's no different than Supreme Team being able to run and manufacture all of those cats that were on the corners doing what they were doing. Those were businessmen.
Right.
And if we would have invested in South Jamaica back then and bought some of the housing, and in St. Albans and in Brownsville and Bed-Stuy, look at the turnaround on our money we would have received.
True.
So it was a learning experience. And when I saw those brothers was driving around with Rolls Royces, up and down Sumter Boulevard and Guy Brewer Boulevard back in the 80s and in the 70s. So it's about how do we use the knowledge that we have to do the things like what you brothers are doing with this podcast.
I appreciate it.
We don't need to get our information for those who are going to filter it. We should be speaking directly to people and do it in an entertaining way on these difficult topics that are in front of us.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I like
definitely
that.
do.
Can I ask my question?
You may go now.
So mine is a little off of that.
It's all good.
Do you feel like you get enough credit as a mayor? I mean, I know you don't do it for credit, but do you feel like you get enough credit for dealing with a city post coming in with like COVID and the migrant situation? Do you feel like people give you enough credit for the rebound?
Brothers don't get credit, man. What? credit.
I mean, we live in that city. We live in this city. It was crazy. You couldn't go outside. You couldn't do anything.
Man, you're so right. So, do a real analysis. I took office in January 1st, 2022. We were dealing with COVID. A lot of people forgot about that. We had a 40% increase in crime. Tourism was not here. People were not on the subway system. Businesses were not coming to the city. We were not building affordable housing. Our children were not learning what they ought to. NYCHA residents did not even have high-speed broadband so that children can do remote learning. Black unemployment was 4 times the rates of white unemployment, and Hispanic unemployment was also high. 2 years. In 2 years, we built more, we financed more affordable housing in 1 year than the history of the city.
That's crazy.
We moved more people out of homeless shelters into permanent housing in 1 year in the history of the city. We did it 2 years in a row. People back on our subway system. We have 4.1 million people in our subway system. We only have 5 felonies a day on our subway system. Robberies on our subway system is lowest than the recorded history of the city. Our children are outpacing the state in reading and math. NYCHA residents have high-speed broadband for free, all of our NYCHA residents. We have more businesses in the city, in the history of the city, more small businesses open history of the city, 4th largest tourism in the history of the city, decrease in crime in all of the categories, but two, you see how we are invested in foster care children. We're paying foster care children college tuition, giving them a stipend, and giving them life coaches until they're 21. And we're doing something that's very, very important to me, dyslexia screening. 30 to 40% of folks who are on Rikers Island are dyslexic or have learning disabilities. We're screening at the beginning of a child's education. When I went on the island, I got rebaptized on the island with the inmates and sitting down next to them and talking to them and saying, how many of you guys are dyslexic, learning disability? 8 out of 10 brothers and sisters up there are dealing with learning disabilities. Yeah. And we put them on a pathway of this problem. So this city has turned around. The independent financial experts raised it's called bond ratings to see how well the city is doing. They raised our bond rating because of how we've managed the care. Now, here's the kicker. Normally, mayors have a crisis. We had 2.
Yeah.
Right.
We had COVID, and then we had 212,000 migrants and asylum seekers.
Right.
And people step to me all the time. Eric, what you doing, man? You giving away the city to the migrants and asylum seekers. I can't stop the buses from coming in. It's against federal law if I do.
Right.
I can't allow them to work. It's against federal law. If I give them a job, I'll be violating federal law. I can't stop a cat that commits a serious felony or violent act and turn him over to ICE and get deported. It's against local law. I'm not allowed to do that. I can't even allow them to volunteer and give them a stipend. And I'm required by law to give them 3 meals a day, pay for their food. We educated 40,000 children, wash their clothing, give them everything they need. And so cats are saying, Eric, you giving away the whole city to them. No, brother, I'm restricted by the laws.
That's the problem. The problem is that people, I think that we're ungrateful first and foremost as New Yorkers because everything you said is absolutely true. So I think that we're ungrateful for not taking that and go, okay, maybe things aren't as bad. But like I've heard you say before, it comes down to what people feel, whether those stats are real or not.
Yes.
Whether those stats are real, it has to feel something.
Right.
But I feel like also, too, I mean, obviously you can't say it because then it'd be like place blaming, but I think people don't realize in New York City, we don't have a border to a country, right? So they come over a border in Texas. There's a governor who puts them on a bus, drives them across a whole bunch of other states, brings them into our state that you're not even the city mayor of those states he has to drive to, and drop them off at your doorstep and say, hey, Eric Adams, what you doing about this problem?
There you are, man.
I'm like,
there you are.
Well, he was a problem in Mexico.
Where you are.
But that's why they stopped sending them, though, because it doesn't hurt you. You're handling it in a very amazing way. The numbers have, I think it was like from 4,000 to like 600.
4,000 a week.
To like 600 now.
4,000.
Listen, I'm happy about.
But that's why I asked about credit because at the end of the day, it's like. And I don't want to use the word dump for lack of, for lack of sense, but you dump something on your door and go, well, what you doing about this? It's like, here go 100,000 people. What you doing?
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? People play out of the same playbook. People play out of the same playbook. Go back and look what they were saying about David Dinkins. David Dinkins turned around the city.
Right.
Our finances were increasing. The city was becoming financially stable. He went to Albany, got safe city, safe streets. We saw crime started to drop down. But what they did, they said, we're going to erode his base. And he started eroding his base. And all of a sudden, you're seeing folks, this just didn't come out. And that's the playbook you're seeing now. You're seeing, well, we're just going to erode Eric's base, man. We're going to make sure folks are running around hating on him all the time. And when you look at what we've done in our administration and the level of diversity, our administration looks like the city. First black, first deputy mayor. First Trinidadian to be a deputy mayor. First Dominican to be a deputy mayor. First Spanish-speaking to be a police commissioner. First Spanish-speaking male to be in charge of the Department of Correction. First Korean to be in charge of small business services. First female police commissioner. First
and
Filipino.
Fire department.
Yeah, right. First woman fire department. First woman to be in charge of intel.
You need somebody out there screaming this, man. Why you know what I mean?
No, that's us. That's what we're here for.
Sorry.
That's what we're here for.
Sorry, that's us.
Listen, I'm here for it.
We just got hired.
I'm here for it.
We're doing that.
Listen, before you came in here, I got shut down. I had written all these stats. As I'm hearing them live, it's like watching my favorite song being played by the artist himself. I love seeing all these stats because they're true. Because they're true.
Right.
It's not just
because you can't make them up.
You didn't make them up.
So
it's actually happening.
One of my things is
I didn't get my other ears done, man, because you rocking that area.
I appreciate
He leaving right from here. He's like, give me them 2 joints my man had on the show.
Now, one of my question was just going to be like, being that you're so popular, right, and people don't know where to place the blame. Do you think that's why you go through what you go through with the critique from so many people?
Yeah, and it's a combination. They didn't think I could do it, man, because I'm an urban man.
Right.
I don't fit the mold of this is the most important city on the globe. I don't fit the mold. I'm a bald-headed, earring-wearing, urban mayor that I'm comfortable around people of all settings, man. I'm in the Indian community. I'm in the Jewish community, the Muslim community, the African American. I just feel comfortable with people because, coming up through the police department, coming up through state senate, borough president, and I'm an urban mayor. And I don't fit what the mayor's supposed to look like. Mm-hmm. But that authentic leadership showed that, we can do this. And we're breaking the mold on how we can run the city with all of its complexities. Right. And it's a retrospective appreciation where people are going to look back over and say, yo, this cat turned. This is one of the greatest financial turnarounds of a city in the history of the city we're doing right now.
People
And
forget how it looked 2 years
right,
ago.
right.
I
It's a
saw
ghost
it.
town.
Yeah, the
I used to
campus all
drive.
over. Nobody was sleeping on the street.
It was a ghost town. You drive
Yeah.
down the block. People have short-term memory.
Right.
2019, 2020, we was afraid to talk to people. People was like, people making their own rules about COVID. They said you got to be 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
Nobody was going into work.
That's right,
Yeah.
brother.
Empty
That's right.
Times Square.
Yeah.
Traffic
Right.
was amazing. You go out-
Empty Times Square is terrifying.
That's right,
Yeah.
brother. This place was, like you said, it was
Ghost town.
no one was on the subway system. People
No.
back on the subway system. We have the 4th largest tourists in the history of the city, spending money, billions of dollars coming in the city. But you're right. And our children were going through a very difficult time. And for us to be able to push through just says a lot during difficult times.
Yeah, and I don't want to let you get away without any pushback today. So my area of unfortunate expertise is you shut down a lot of spots, right? Now I ain't turned no nickel bag into 8 joints, but I'm an adult.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yes.
I enjoy accessibility. Over here, there's a dispensary around the corner that's open till 2:00, but it's nice to know the one place that is. But
Right.
you just burned.
know,
You just.
People crying.
You know what? I'm happy you did it because you get to come in here focused.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
come-
true.
come focus.
That's true. I couldn't get my
Keep
stuff
shutting
because
them
you
down.
burned it
Keep
last
shutting them
night.
We were looking at all that weed going up in smoke. We were like, jeez.
Like
You
watching
could
a
at
horror
least-
movie.
You could have at least invited somebody.
Yeah.
This is worse than Friday the 13th.
You could have at least invited us. We could have hung out right around it, you
I did
know?
not want to be invited to that.
Yeah.
I'd have support. I'd have went there for
Me and Stu
400.
do not partake in these
Nah, I thought
delicacies.
you was trolling when you went up and you picked it up and then you smelled it and you put it back down. I thought you was trolling.
You like, don't worry, that was trash.
Like, man, it need to be burnt. Get rid of it.
But there's
Trash
a
on
huge
my street.
demand.
Yeah.
But the move
But
was,
that's the thing is, that's a huge demand.
oh, no, and you're right. And the move was, the reason they passed the law in Albany is because it was the legacy. There were a lot of people who had their lives destroyed
Absolutely.
because of this draconian, not only the Rockefeller drug laws, a lot of people don't realize I co-sponsored the bill that disbanded the Rockefeller drug law.
Yeah.
You know, that had people going up for small quantities of cocaine and different from small quantities of crack. People were doing some real time. But when they passed the bill for the cannabis, because we said we want cats who were mistreated to be able to have first dibs on open cannabis shops. Then you all of a sudden, I think you got a VC, a venture capitalist, that's behind all of these shops opening.
Yeah, absolutely.
There were a lot of illegal shops,
Yeah.
unregulated, laced with all sorts of products like roach spray. and
Yeah,
other-
I heard a horrible
Fentanyl.
story about
Exactly,
a baby getting into some
And
gummies.
you still going to those spots.
I don't listen. I go to the dispensary
You
that's
still-
open till
Legal
2
ones.
a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
go
not
to,
the
but,
legal ones are
but I'm
open.
like a vegan
Yeah.
when it comes to it. I'm not
Yeah.
actual vegan, as you
Yeah,
can tell.
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, like when it comes to
He like, what vegan shop you
was
shop?
out there.
Stay away.
Well, cannabis is vegan.
But what I mean is, I like these are not drug dealers.
Right.
These are employees working at a store, never touch product.
Right.
Like everything about it is they can have a normal life. They don't have to look over their shoulder, but they're servicing the clients that used to be deemed criminals just for partaking. So I love everything about it. I love the fact that I don't have to worry. I actually called the number on the back of
Like that.
and when I called it said, if you calling this number, then you don't have our weed in that bag because we don't make bad weed. It's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? But with all that, is there any future goals to meet that demand? Because that
definitely.
demand
No, the
actually
legal shops
exists.
are not the legal shops that are regulated and make sure you're getting something that's
The good
not-
stuff.
Right. Those shops are now profiting and expanding, and they're going to start expand even more. You don't want the unregulated market out there because
I don't want none of it.
Right.
I know, but me and the mayor talking right now.
We don't want it. I don't want,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
got
want
you
it.
on that one, though. He definitely got you on that one. He don't get you often, but he got you on that one.
I don't want it. Get him out of here.
But we want legal shops open.
Absolutely,
They're
absolutely.
thriving,
I want it
you
to
know?
be. I want everybody to, ask for a raise.
Yeah.
I want everybody to be
You're right,
employees
brother.
just working.
Right.
You know.
We took $63 million of unregulated weed off the street. 1,000 shops that we closed.
Oh, you
We
need more
just
security
burned,
than
we
that.
burned
You
4
can't.
tons.
63 million.
Man,
You need more people in your
tons.
detail, man.
That's a lot of people mad. A lot of people mad.
man.
63 million?
You ready to be the plug?
Come to me. Look, I'll switch gears a little bit again.
Yeah.
I'm the gear switcher today.
There you go.
We had an episode about technology, right? And
Yes.
tracking locations and stuff like this. I feel like you took it to a whole nother level with
Yes.
tracking, right?
Yes.
The NYPD, you introduced these dark guns, like some futuristic stuff.
Right.
You got the drones in the air.
Mhm.
I mean, how responsible are you as far as with that? I think you have the guy Cat Daughtry dealing with that. I do the drones and stuff. He did like that.
Yep. And Kaz is amazing, man. That cat is, I just believe you need to run cities smarter. It broke my heart calling the parents of our brother who died in the wrong way tow truck. He was getting married the next day, and his family was behind him when the tow truck operator hit the car and the guy left the scene. That's why we've been really zeroing in on these, which we call ghost cars. These are unlicensed cars. Cats are doing stick-ups,
Yes.
doing robberies, running lights,
Please
hitting
do.
people and keep going. So we've been targeting in on that. And we're using all sorts of technology. We use technology to drones to go up and down our beaches. We've been identifying sharks to let people know.
Really?
To find bodies.
Where
we
these
use
sharks
drones.
at?
Yeah, we use.
I don't do no sharks now, Mr. Man.
We use drones with infrared, and it has really. We were protecting the city from the ground, and we were using helicopters every once in a while, which cost thousands of dollars to use the few. This is like pennies on the dollars, and we went to a futuristic level now. We have drones in some of our precincts. That's on top of the precinct. Somebody calls, shots fired. It immediately self-deploys. Go to the location and see the whole scene of what's happening there in 30 seconds. No. This is something.
You know why I love that? Because I remember there was a story about, I think it was Chicago, where they used the satellite footage, but they are limited to how close they can get.
Right.
So someone has to painstakingly go through and watch the dots move in order to track a car. And that's good technology, that we can do it, but it's limited because you can't actually see what's going on. So now you can actually see what's going on.
We're taking technology to the next level, man. You have to see the device we're using in the subway that can identify someone is carrying a gun.
What?
It blows your mind. It will put a square around wherever the gun is located.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's
Hold on, did I not say that we could do that? Yeah. Oh God.
No, but
wait till I insert clip right here where I said this a long time ago.
Well, you were ahead of your time, man.
Nah, you probably just was in on the.
He was just,
I think that we should utilize technology in a better way, and that sounds a very reasonable way to do
You
it.
on the subway, man, you don't want some nut pulling out.
I don't.
Nine, shooting up the whole car, man,
I don't.
So we're responsible use of technology is what we are about.
Okay. So my question, one of the things that's latest with you, the DNC.
Yes.
The reason of why you didn't speak at the DNC convention.
That's so important. People often miss the mission. You have to keep the main thing, or you are not going to be able to do the main thing.
Right.
The main thing is get VP Harris elected.
Absolutely.
It's not, did Eric get on the stage? I mean, people major in the minor. Who the hell cares if I'm on the stage? I'm on the stage every day. I'm a man.
It felt like a snub.
Yeah.
Broadway.
Yeah.
It felt like you were being snubbed.
Look at who has been fighting Trump more than AG Letitia James. She sued him, took him to court, whole host of things. She didn't speak. Nobody didn't say, why didn't AG James speak? Because it's that when you're the mayor of New York and do you have this personality like mine, people get clicks when they write stories about me.
That's true.
You know, so they want to pull me and VP Harris into a battle. And I'm like, say, listen, I'm on a team. I'm not the player that sits on the bench and nag the coach, put me in the game, put me in the game, put me in the game. Man, shut the fuck up, man. When you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
if you're
I get
on
it.
the team,
Yeah.
you're gonna be ready. The coach may call
When it's
you
your
in.
turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Coach may call you in. Listen, all I need you to do is foul that key player, break his nose.
Yeah.
You know, get him out of the
Yeah.
game. Wait for your assignment. And so when I went to the DNC, I already spoke with the campaign team. I said, you tell me where you need me. You know what you need to put on that stage to be able to bring together the votes you need.
Yeah.
And if you're really on the team, then it's not about you. It's about
Yeah.
the team.
Yeah, it's true.
Definitely.
All right. Before we close out here,
Well, I
Yes.
got one more question, brother.
We not leaving already, are we? Hold on now. Wait
You
now.
get signals?
I'm getting signals.
You getting
So
signals?
we
I'm
can
so-
flow. We
All
can
right,
flow.
go ahead.
All right, I got it.
You
I
go,
got
you
it.
go.
Flow.
Okay.
I didn't just do
Yeah,
it myself. I got more questions too.
Don't worry, I got my dispensaries coming. Y'all can talk if y'all want.
Ask your questions, though. I'm
All
sorry.
right, being that you're a single mayor and you have the key to literally the whole city, right?
Don't be asking me about no shorty.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that, right? But what
Plug
I will
me
say,
in.
let me know where they at. No, I'm joking. I am seriously joking. But if he's serious, but my question is, what would be a ideal date for the mayor if he was to take a nice young lady out?
Someone who will feel comfortable in any setting. Because look who we're playing with. I mean, you're playing with world leaders. You're playing with, folks who you can walk into a public housing community center. Are you comfortable?
Right.
I don't want anyone that's around me and their mindset is, oh, I'm with the mayor. No, we should be the most. I'm the servant. We're
Right.
serving the people.
Yeah.
And so it's about, do you have that level of classiness like Tracy? Tracy is like a real classy person, a former principal, and just keeps her style and grace.
Right.
And that is what you will want as you move throughout this city and, being the mayor of the city. Because any given day, you're going from one end to the next end.
Right.
And you have to be able to adjust and feel comfortable in that adjustment.
Well, you taking her on a date?
He ain't say you ain't get it.
He
Just skated and said the world is my oyster.
He said he gonna take her
He
to the
said
project. He said he gonna take her to the project to see, take her to 40 projects to see if you good. You good, Ma? With the barbecue wings?
We gonna go up the back staircase.
Well, I would like you to promote one restaurant.
Yes.
Because I'm the food guy.
There are a few. It depends if I'm on the run. Is Uptown Veg,
Okay.
Yeah, up in Harlem.
Oh, that's right. You eat vegan. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I don't
but
even
Never
know.
mind.
Never mind.
We got your gift here.
Oh man,
Yeah.
look
So
what
you go in the
did.
back of the barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can crack that open.
Have one on us.
You gotta open it
You
up.
gotta-
Open it up.
Check that out.
Put 400 on it.
You're officially a member when you come by here now.
I love that. I'm
Yeah.
Eric Gatt, Mayor Eric Gatt, 110th Mayor of the City of New York.
Yeah.
44100.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you from your friends. 44100.
You can
Love
drink.
it, man.
You can drink that in the car.
I mean, you ain't driving.
He good. It's the afternoon. My things be late.
Thank you very much, man.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Good flow, man.
Yeah, thank you.